Howdy, and welcome to the Round Table for Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross.
Konnor Shenold.
Johnny Payne.
Kiri Hester.
Brooke Bullock.
And Ash King.
Yeah, we are talking about episodes 103 to 106. Had a great time recording these, and we are in the city of Shenold. Gnolls abound. Not the typical gnolls that you would find in Dungeons and Dragons. Their gnolls are usually typical, just
Slobbering, mangy poachers.
slobbering, mangy posters, and always evil followers of Yinagu, and just all around horrible things. Although wonderful first level things. Hey, thank you.
And we just lost
We have a visitor!
My
Whoa!
wife just texted me. So hi, honey.
Hi, Kim. Let's say,
She said
this
something
is a
about
good
the
reminder.
kitchen. I
Silence
don't-
all your phones, dang it.
I'm not. Well, I had it on so that I can hear when people come in the door. Episode 103. We come to we're looking for your
Contact.
hand contact. That's good.
Connor's
handler.
contact.
So talk to us about what we're looking for in 103.
A brass dragonborn who is one of Connor's contacts. Don't know him personally. His name's
Tavi.
Tavi. I
Tavi.
had to look at my notes real quick.
Don't think we didn't notice you here. Don't think we didn't notice hearing you say one
Yeah.
of his contacts. Sneaky little kobold.
Right.
But go ahead.
But unfortunately, Konnor was stationed out in the east, not in the west. So this is a contact that Konnor has never had to use before, i.e., I don't know where he is. But he did his due diligence and actually left some little markers around city, which was nice of him. And then we talked to the Bone Lady. She was interesting.
That was fun.
Ash
was
had to look up
interesting.
an entire fortune for
Yes.
that.
I thought that was a really great. What happened behind the scenes was we got this fortune teller, and then Ash is like, "Wait a minute, I can do an actual fortune." And so
This is a hobby of mine.
They
Hey.
grab their card app, I think it was, and
Yeah.
and have fun. It was fun.
Right?
Yeah.
We took
And
a
it was-
break and
It's very apt to Zonimus,
bones were
too.
thrown. And,
I
yeah.
noticed that as well. I noticed that as well. That the cards actually told both Zonimus and also
Johnny's
people
story.
in the room. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed it too. I was like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that's a lot of fun. I actually do go to, if you catch me at various conventions and events, I do read for your entertainment pleasure. I have to state that because of various blue laws in the state of Oklahoma.
Do we get pitchforks and torches?
Yes.
Yay!
And I actually do have, it's actually the reason that I actually do have a, actually am a ordained minister through the Universal Life Church.
That's fantastic.
Because otherwise I can't read cards for people because it's quote unquote spiritual advice.
There we go. The more you know.
The more
Yeah.
you know.
There used to be a time where you could say, raise your hand if you're not ordained by the Universal Life Church. Because when that thing hit in
I think I still am too. I actually
Yeah, I think,
marry somebody back
in 99 when that website
the
opened up,
90s.
everyone hit it.
fantastic.
Different than the spaghetti
Glad I know
monster.
this.
Well, Kinder has married
listen.
2 or 3 of our friends.
Get Michael and Ash to do it together.
Come to CinderCon, we will marry you.
We'll do it.
You know, last time we
are
made something
ordained.
crazy like that, we
you bring
signed
the
a player's
license,
handbook.
We'll sign it.
One of my favorite parts of that 103 was finding these bone sound effects that I could find.
yeah.
Yes.
So they could really rattle.
Yeah,
rattle
like
and
the rattle
boom.
of the bones
Yes.
in the basket.
Really
Like,
enjoyed
yes.
Yes.
That was a great scene, and especially that moment that Ash and Zonim, or the Knoll woman
lady,
and Zonimus had. I thought that was fantastic. It was total
improv.
That
It was
really
so
wasn't.
fun.
Was that the question we were asking?
There was a point, too, where I wanted to stop her because I didn't want this spoken out loud too much.
The bone mother?
But at
Yeah,
the
or
same
the-
time, it
the
was
knoll.
like, Well, we took a break and went through all the trouble to get this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, wait, this went too personal. I just want to know.
I was going to throw some coins down like that's enough. But
I mean, again, it's that whole, you didn't come at it with a specific question. You were just
Yeah.
like, what does the bone mother want to tell me? And I'm like, we doing this.
Yeah.
It was great. And there was that, it's slipping out of my brain, that moment we were like, whole bag of gold for
Oh, yes.
whatever. I can't.
Can you tell me your backstory?
Whole bag of gold. That's what it was. Yes.
We spent so much money in the city of Shenold. So much money.
I mean, it's the first opportunity you've had to spend money.
I know.
My Saturday group, they're inside Barrier Peaks. They're inside the mysterious cave. And I just gave them, of course, that's a great place to get a lot of money. And they're like, okay, does everyone have like a ridiculous amount of money? And they're like 12th level. And they're like, yeah, I had. And I'm like, yeah, you have nothing to spend it on. Welcome to D&D.
Welcome to 5e.
My favorite outtake, and I know
That's always been D&D. That's AD&D.
Yeah.
When we first time, back in the 80s, you'd make all this money.
Yeah.
Challenge 1 was the monster. Challenge 2 was how do you get all the coins home?
Yeah.
all I know is in 2E I was always broke because we were always finding stuff to buy.
Jumping ahead just a little bit,
Yes.
but my favorite, I don't remember if it was part of the outtakes or actually in the episode, but when we were talking to the Fire Genasi lady, and we have to fork over like 750 gold, and Zonimus is like, I don't think we can feed all those orphans this month, but they'll understand. That's the best part.
It was really
And then I did
good.
something that I don't know if it's going to be flattering or an insult. I'm going to wait for Ash to figure it out. But I typed out a message on my phone and put it in Ash's face.
Yes, oh my
regarding the money. Do you remember that now? Yeah.
I
It's like
do.
this is either going to
I do.
yeah.
The DM will remember that.
Something else sneaky that Zonimus did from Johnny's brain was step ethereal so he could see inside the shop or see auras from the shop, I guess is what it really was.
The protection spells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was the great spy idea.
So Zonimus doesn't understand what it is, and I'm like, well, Johnny was like, well, I want to play this out and see how Ash wants to handle it. Which, by the way, we need to do that when we go offline, Ash. We come up with a system
Notes.
for it. But it's like it's like so Zonimus the night he got the cloak, he put it on and he bamps.
Yeah.
Just steps sideways and it's like, oh, stuff is outlined and that part over there is glowing, neat. And then, so one day it was like, oh, we're looking for something we can't see. Maybe it'll have an outline or glow. So it's kind of just how Zonimus is using it. Much the way that Ash described what it looks like when the rest of you come out. And it's just basically just an explanation of you can see them and they're magical, so they glow. And I was like, well, Zonimus sees that glow as they're glowing because he knows them in his heart.
I thought that was really great.
Yeah.
And so
Until
he knows
I see
otherwise.
this more, until I
Yeah.
see it otherwise.
Mechanical knowledge versus player versus
Right.
character knowledge.
And I was trying to play it like it's someone who's never been exposed to technology and they think it's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this magic is personal. Not everyone can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it came from
It was gifted
Dusk.
to me.
Yeah.
It was specifically gifted
makes,
to me.
Makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Very nice.
By a god that's kind of
Yeah.
okay. I don't want to hunt them down and kill them.
Stay,
Like the other guys.
Staying on the subject of money, I do love the fact that now Poppy, we had learned a while ago, does not really care about money.
I've never
But-
I've never had to keep my own pocketbook.
But
I've never balanced a checkbook.
I don't have to buy things. I just said, Daddy, I want this.
Daddy,
and there
I
it
want
was.
this. Well, you know.
I don't talk to my dad. It would be, but the thing is Poppy never really wants things, if that makes sense. She wouldn't be one where oh, I want a new dress. Her mom would know that she needs a new dress for this function and get her one. Anything that Poppy would want,
If
would
you were
be,
lucky, you got to pick the color.
yeah,
Yeah.
would be like a pet rabbit
would
or
be,
time in the
would
garden.
Be,
or,
yeah, things in her corner of her garden that
Yeah.
she had been also given. I think it's not something that came out, I don't think, but I think I wrote part of a backstory where early in the discovering and development of her ability, she was really close with the head cook who would smuggle her sweets and stuff, but who also showed her that plants grow in the ground and this is a thing you can do, and gave her first packet of seeds. And yeah, very cute. So yeah, she never really, like I said, wanted anything. She doesn't she has never had to deal with money.
You knew stuff came from money, though, right?
Yeah, I know money exists. I know how money works.
So was there ever a point where it hit you that it was like, with or without money, that seed will or will not grow? It doesn't. Money's irrelevant to what that seed does.
That's
Right.
possible.
That
It
makes
could
a good
definitely
point.
be
And
something.
that's the hit.
But
yeah.
it really mostly is like she understands how money works, but she has no idea as to what things cost, or anything like that.
Right. But even
So-
going
What could it
a little
cost?
further, I love the
$10?
fact that we've now decided that Wildfire is your
Wildfire
accountant.
is my accountant. Because he holds all of my stuff, including my little money bag.
Ladders are a problem, but change,
Yeah,
no
he
problem.
He has no thumbs. How is he going to do a ladder?
I do
gotta do
love
the
the idea
monkey
that he's
grip.
got a money belt around him. And he does that little
Oh,
Sonic thing
ching, 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 ching.
with gold coins. Okay.
Sonic, the fast food chain, not the hedgehog.
Right. Yeah.
I was just thinking, if someone hits Wildfire, do all these coins go flying?
Oh, then could we run like,
Like
ding, ding,
Sonic
ding,
the
ding,
He
ding,
Hedgehog?
does have
So
a-
that's why when you fight random like wolves and other monsters that should not have money, that's why they have money in the video games because they're the accountant.
Makes so
Yes.
much sense
It's like
now.
Scott Pilgrim. Oh, coins.
Yes.
We may have just found a secret code, right? All from character backstory.
I'm just waiting for the subplot where we have to kill Wildfire because he's been skimming off the top.
He would never. He is, and he may have been raised by goblins, but he is an honorable boy.
We're not going to kill him. We're just going to put him in prison for embezzlement. It'll be
gets to
a
go into
sad,
his-
sad
But we
episode.
can't make it
Doggy
stick, so
jail.
we'll have to get him on mail fraud.
Wait, does that mean Wildfire was the accountant for Ma and Pa?
Oh,
Listen, he wasn't, but his father was.
His father was. Okay, he was like
bring
an
up-
accountant
I
in
know we're getting
training.
totally
wait a
sidetracked.
minute. Wait a minute. I'm an accountant like my father before me.
I know this is like complete.
So at the end of the campaign, one of the things I wanted to do was ask Wildfire if he wanted to be awakened and or awaken him, because that is the thing I can do. And maybe he wants to be an accountant.
He's gonna show up
His
in
dreams
campaign
is
2 as
Oh,
an
with a little
accountant.
visor.
He's one of the bank
Oh,
tellers.
please make that happen.
I'm not going to mention any names, but you know which patron artist I'm talking to right now. We need Wildfire
Yeah.
as an accountant with a visor and
It's-
little glasses.
It's in the cards. See what I did there? I know we're getting like way off topic from this, but you mentioned Ma and Pa, and then Wildfire, and I lost that connection that Wildfire came from that goblin attack.
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm just waiting out now because my headcanon,
Ma and
the
Pa's-
the
yeah.
person behind all of this is Ma. So I'm just waiting for the day like we fit, it's all done, and we're just looking at the pile of ashes smoking.
And then
the front
Wildfire
chair is safe.
betrays us.
Well, no, just off the distance we hear, "Come here, boy."
Oh, no.
And Wildfire's ears perks up and runs off, and like out from the bushes comes Ma.
Tinker Tailor Wildfire Spy.
A very
the bigger
like
twist.
peacemaker in Suicide Squad kind of style.
I only watch good shows.
So
Sorry,
we have exhausted the first 15 minutes.
You know what? Let's
It
go
was
long.
good.
20 minutes. Give it to 'em.
But
Going long.
we have more. There's still going to be going on for another hour,
Woo!
but only for our Patreon members. So become a patron member right now. It's very simple. You go to patreon.com/reddirtdnd. You decide a giving level that works best for you. You get 4-day early access to our episodes.
Woo!
You also get access to our Discord server where we have just been having
Tons
some
of fun.
great conversations. We get to see great art from our fans, including Cardi, and it's just a lot of fun.
The banter,
So,
you guys are awesome.
it is. And then also you get full access to this roundtable. So go right now to patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Join up and you can listen to the rest of this as we're going to be talking about going underneath the city of Shade and all the things that we're going to fight and all the things that we discovered there and Gaz walking on the ceiling. All these things.
Oh, what a feeling.
But you got to go become a Patreon now, Patreon member right now. Patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We are going to the long version of the roundtable right now.